your love reading for June. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, Taurus, we're going to see who is coming towards you this month, and just big in the energy, right? Remember, time is fluid. Okay, so it's just the energy we're picking up at this time. Let's get started. Best messages. Best messages. Who's coming in? Who is coming in? This one says they need to release their ex. The time has come to clear their energy. They need to release that ex from their energy completely so that they can enjoy a new relationship, right? They really need to enjoy that, know where they're going. They're feeling very playful at this time, but they really do need to release that ex from their energy. Stop thinking about that person, wondering what they're doing, right? And they know that, but it's because for some of them, they have children. If you know they don't have children, it's just because they're affected by this nostalgic, childlike behavior and energy, okay, which could definitely go with the playfulness, okay, and it could be 2 in 1, okay, so, because no matter what, it looks like they have this kind of teenage puppy love type of thing going on, right, where they get the heart flutters, stuff like that. And they definitely want to go ahead and express their love and romantic gestures to you. I think we're actually going to do it this way, so we can put your energy over there. We'll put you over here. Let's do it that way. So yeah, definitely. But they definitely have to, and it's like they're always on their mind. They know, right, that they're having a hard time releasing this person. This person, meant a lot to them at one time, but they do definitely feel the chemistry with you, and they're trying their hardest, right? They're trying their hardest to release this other person from their mind, their memories, and all of those things, because they do believe that you could be the one for them at this time. They really want to continue to make this relationship go and go and go. I do have wedding at the bottom, so they do feel like that you could be the one that they could marry, but they are fighting this battle within themselves, right, to release the ex. Sometimes releasing another person, especially a soulmate, is very hard. It's very hard on the body. It could even be trying to release their twin flame, right? So those things are hard, right? But they know that, they've met you. They want to be with you. They have this chemistry with you, but they just need to really detach completely. So that way you're only in their energy, right? If they have children, the children will always be in the energy, right? But definitely for the love to, I'm in love, needs to release that energy so they can allow you fully into their energy. You're saying there's a lot of attraction here. You do feel like you have this attraction to them. You do trust this person, right? And there is a lot of romantic feelings for them as well. You do feel like they're worth waiting for. So I think you do know that they are having a hard time detaching from this ex. But you do feel like it is safe to love them, right? So deep down, I do feel like the chemistry is there as well. Calling in a soulmate. Wow. So it does feel like you did call this person in, and that you do know that too. Right, so you want to make this effort, and you're trying your hardest to make this work. I do feel like you do know that this person and them, they may have had a very long time, new love. They may have had a long relationship with this other person, but I do like it. Just feel like you have this understanding, and getting to know each other. I think that the more you're getting to know each other, you're understanding, wow, maybe they were together for a decade, you know what I mean? That's a hard time to go through. I would say the worth waiting for is kind of like giving them space, giving them room, so that they can release what they need to release and heal before, getting too deep within a situation. Let's see. I see how they feel about you. Besides, we know that you're the one for them, and they feel that chemistry, and they want to express that love. Just having a rough time over here trying to do so. Yes, there's the healing. They need healing. So, they do need healing from this situation. And you might even find, them sometimes sitting within their quiet power. They're a little quiet. They do this so they can clear their mind because they're definitely trying to, yeah, get over that. So it does feel like at times you might see them as a little disorganized. They see themselves as disorganized. I think at times they know that sometimes they're disorganized, right? Because they're trying to recover from this karmic lesson that was going on within this relation. I'm telling you, it's a karmic soulmate relationship. I mean, that's a karmic lesson card. So they're definitely trying to make this positive change. I feel like they know you are trying to help them through this on a positive change. Yeah. So there is a lot of desire there, but they do listen to what you have to say. So I do feel like you are working through their pains and their sorrows and trying to pull those swords from their heart. I mean, you do feel this person does feel very sincere, a very sincere person. It just feels like they're stuck in this heartfelt situation, which they're just really kind of having, insecurities about as well. But when you're in a long-term relationship and everything goes south, right, it does tend to affect us. Um, because of the calling in the soulmate situation, I think that you're also here to help them heal. That's what soulmates are here to do. We're here to help each other. And this one's dear love, right? Through passionate love, not just a friendship love. But yeah, they do see that they have new feelings, and new feelings are starting to approach these new feelings that they haven't felt for a long time. Because remember, if you sit in this Three of Swords for so long, you know, you're just kind of attached to that kind of energy. And they see you bringing in this new energy and detaching them from those insecurities and those pains and allowing them to heal and being very positive with them. Wow, guys, you guys are amazing. Okay, and if you know the role will change and it's the other way around, then take it how it resonates. It just feels like it's this way. Um, so for you, it says, and of course this would be the cross watchers. They're saying that, I trust you. You're saying I trust you. I have romantic feelings for you, but I have paused and I put myself into a kind of surrender mode, meaning that I'm waiting for you to change. You guys could be dealing with a Pisces. I'm waiting for you to change. Okay, I have a lot of water over here and a lot of air so far. I'm waiting for you to change. I'm waiting for this kind of enlightenment, but you are seeing it from their perspective of letting go, and we've all been hurt. We've all had that pain. And if you haven't had it yet, either you're the lucky ones that won't, or it's going to happen, right? One way or another. But however it is, it's like you're using deep insight to the situation. That's why you're saying you're worth waiting for. I'm going to allow you to heal. I'm waiting for you to let go. I'm allowing you to release this this pain. And I'm helping you along this way. And as I'm helping you along this way, I'm giving you my romantic feelings. I'm giving you my love, my tenderness. I'm letting you explore what love is and showing you what true love is. The Hierophant over here is that wisdom of higher level of commitment, right, on top of the romantic feeling. So I'm showing you what love is, really nurturing the situation. So I do feel like you are nurturing the situation, but I feel like you see them nurturing you as well. You guys could be dealing with a Capricorn. I do have Cap now twice. And Taurus. But I do see that, they could be a working parent. You're a working parent, right? I see those children over there, right? So it could be that you have a lot on their plate, right? But I do see that, it's crazy because I see them supporting you as well. I see them supporting you in the things that you're talking about. So if you're saying, I need to do this or I need to do that, or I have a hard time doing this or that, or anything that's on your mind that you feels like is debatable towards you, you can have that open conversation and they're there to work things out with you as you are with them. This is definitely the fool's journey in a lot of ways because there's going to be a lot of faith and blind faith when it comes to this relationship and making this work. There's going to be a lot of new possibilities. But there is that innocence, and there's that innocence over there as well with that children. So it does feel like there's this innocence at play, where we're just kind of trying to escape what was going on before and bringing in this new beginning, right? This newfound beginning of where we can be together, right? But it does feel like sometimes it can be overwhelming, and it does feel like you see them as overwhelmed at certain times. I still think that for a lot of you, they're dealing with like an ex-wife or husband that has children, a lot of assets, finances, could be a divorce going, nasty divorce. Something is going on, where it just feels like they have a lot of challenges, they have a lot of skeletons in the closet when it comes to the ex over here that they're really trying to get through. But I just see you over here just really working patiently with them, trying to get them back to the nine of cups, right? You're seeing this personal transformation that they're taking, and it's just like step by step, little by little, right? Every day is like moving up the ladder. Every day you're making progress. Every day they're making progress, and every day you're making progress together. And that's the most important thing, is the togetherness. So yeah, I do see that for some of them, they are having a nasty divorce. Could be from a Leo. Yeah. So really building the love over here, but yet divorcing so they can feel like they get their authority back, or getting things fair for themselves when it comes to this. It could just be, and if it's just, a relationship of a boyfriend girlfriend type of scenario, or we just live together or something. It's definitely just them balancing themselves back together where they feel whole again, right? And there could have been, a lot of fighting, a lot of regrets, a lot of bad things that happened in this relationship. But, the overall, I see a lot of love here and a lot of patience. A lot of love, a lot of patience. Yep. Building something for the future, and that's exactly what it is. But but they are definitely in a self-protection mode, right? Definitely in a self-protection mode. But they are looking at the long-term goals with you. They do not want to ruin this. Oh no, new love, victory with the Ten of Cups. Yeah, they definitely don't. They see victory with you, and they pretty much know they're going to come out of this funky state, right? Because they just keep opening their heart to you, and they see you opening your heart to them. And love always, love will win. Love will win as long as you're both on the same page, and you're dancing with the universe and dancing with each other. You got this, right? This love will survive. Got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, and next to that is contemplation. So there's definitely going to be, some disconnection going, right? But they need to disconnect completely, but they already know that. That's what was, but you have to say that that's the lovely issue there. They already know that they need to release the ex. They already know that they want to work through all this and get past this. So they actually have that openness to themselves to say, I don't want this feeling anymore. Yeah, now we're singing songs. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. No, they didn't forget. They know exactly what they're fighting now for. And this is where they're going to take in the courage and, and persevere over here, because they're going to push through everything, because they do see you as the idealistic lover over here. So nice. Yeah, for some of them, they might be getting out of a twin flame relationship, which is just as, that pull and tug and pull, and you know, it's just, you know, it's just not working. And the person they're dealing with could have been a narcissist, really hurt them. Okay, and if you know it's you in that shoes and not them, then you know what? Just flip the storyboard around. Okay, until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye bye.